And we can get started with today's lab notes for the 12th? 12th of October, there you go. 3-room start. And it has a trap gauntlet right away. Good. So trap gauntlet in the other area is a silver key, if memory serves, right? This should be silver key, yep. Got it. How long did I leave it running? I forgot to end until after the stream. That's how long I left the recording running. So I recorded about 2 hours of footage, so it was 22 gigabytes. That was a mistake. Thankfully it was on my hard drive, so I didn't like have any emergency problems with my SSD. I just had to remove it. I rendered the VOD and immediately deleted the footage. It's like I'm not gonna use this. Is a +2 magma orb, but Sarkania is really good. That is very, very good, because that's a magma orb is a crit skill, or is a skill you have a tendency to build for crit, and that is the best enchant because magma orb can using a Gloomfang, you gain more damage per chain. So having +2 chain is the best enchant for magma orb. So that I don't know how much that would go for, but it should go for a lot, all things considered. I mean, also that's a unique with an enchant. PoE trade it. I know I sound like a broken record and it may or may not be annoying that I don't know the exact prices off the top of my head, but that is like the best way to check it always and forever. Especially if it's a unique item. There's only one other on PoE trade in standard and it's not priced. Okay. In standard. I mean, you can compare the price to Temp League to see what it's like. It's definitely not going to give you an accurate standard price, but in League is priced at 2 exalts. And in standard, other unique start at 5 exalts. Well, dang. Okay, that's wild. Okay, that's all over the place. I have no advice because I don't play standard. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know in league prices, so there's no way in hell that I would know a standard price. Okay, there's an escort gauntlet in the side room, which is unfortunate, but it's an escort gauntlet, so some people probably don't mind skipping that. Argus is also along the main path, so that's a nice start as well. Please go away. Bye, Zaro. What is this? That's a switch puzzle, and that's my key. Let me through, please. Thank you. Oh, this is a silver door, isn't it? I mean, silver key. Yeah, it's this room layout. This is a gold door section. It's a 3-room section though, so it's fine. It's not the 4-room section, so we're in the clear. Okay, that looks like it just takes me to the gold key room. Oh, you know, nope, that might skip me. That might skip the gold door. Oh, that skips the gold door, okay. I got a Gloomfang and an Unyielding Flame. Also, like 20 minutes ago, I found an Elder two-handed axe with level 18 onslaught and blind on hit. With the Mastercraft, quality turned out to be 500p DPS. That's not bad. What is the Unyielding Flame? Is that the of Inferno shield? That's the of Inferno shield. I don't like that shield. I'm really not the biggest fan of that shield because it has a ridiculous cooldown on it. Well, it has the enchant cooldown on it, which kind of makes it a little pointless. Three seconds ain't bad. It's It's kind of bad. Kind of bad. I mean, look what. That's longer. That's about the same length of a convocation. That has problems because you constantly want to use it. I feel like the point of grabbing that shield so you can constantly use it, but it doesn't sound like you can constantly use it.
Gold is the most liberating of metals.
I feel like it would have been a bit more. That shield would have been a lot more interesting and used if, instead of it being on a 3-second cooldown, it's so thematic. It's not really that unyielding if it's on 3 seconds. Like, it's not the unyielding flame, it's the occasional flame. Well, anyway. What was I thinking? I feel like that would have been more interesting if it was like a % chance to cast. If it was a % chance for the of Inferno effect to go off. Whether that be if it was a % chance on hit, or % chance on cast. That would have been a lot more interesting than a cooldown on kill. Or cooldown on hit. If I think that's what it was. Oh, I just killed an essence by accident. What do I have left? I have a Dark Shrine and Trap Gauntlet left. Felt like it would have been a lot more used if it didn't really have that large of a cooldown and was much more consistent. Or it just happened a lot more often. Like, I don't know. I feel like it would have been. A lot of people would use it more if the meteor dropping would have been more, rather than like slam. 1, 2, 3. Slam. 1, 2, 3. Slam. It would be more of a tunk, 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 tunk. Like, it doesn't need to be super fast. It's like that fast. Like, maybe once or twice a second. That would have been a lot more, like, people would use that a lot more because it was just like a constant meteor fall. Getting Arcana. now my brain's going. Now my brain's thinking of things like, what if instead of just giving you the enchant effect, it was after igniting. If you ignite an enemy, you gain a buff, and while the buff is active, every few seconds you would drop a meteor to the nearest enemy, or like every second you drop a meteor to the nearest enemy. Base damage compensates for that. You can't modify it via support gems though, can you? Because you can't modify enchant effects, you cannot modify it at all. So even if it has good base damage, like, you can't, outside your passives, you can't really do anything with it. Right? It's still a fire spell. Yeah, it's just, it works, it's just doesn't, it's not good. That's the problem. Like, it works, it's just not good. Because rather than throw on that shield and have that buff, or every now and then get that meteor fall, why not have like a spell crit shield? That would give you... I mean, like, hell, even a Wrath Pith would be good at this point, because that at least gives you like some spell block. Well, no, that gives you a lot of life and spell damage. No, I think it does give you spell block, if memory serves right from what that shield does. I just don't think the auxiliary effect of that shield is worth the is worth using that shield. I like it's cool. it looks a little pretty, but in terms of like how effective it is, there's many more things that are. You can socket a lot more things into that equipment slot, and it'd be significantly more effective. The unyielding flame. Hold on.
Aspirant can afford to be promising. An emperor.
50-70% global critical strike chance. 50-70 life. Attack speed if you dealt critical strike recently. Cast speed if you dealt critical strike recently. Oh wait, hold on. I just realized I found everything in lab. The life is a little low. The crit's decent. The res is decent. The attack and cast speed is decent, so I'll give you that.
The empire awaits you with open jaws.
If your focus is on the on that of Inferno, then I think you're using the shield for the wrong purpose. That shield looks more like a stepping stone shield than something you build around.
Dangerous than the journey, ascendant.
Yep, elemental damage today. Hey, there you go. Regen enchant. Oh, hey, Queen of the Forest.
I believe in traveling light.
Okay, I was getting the impression that you're using it just because you like the meteor effect. Because you're defending the meteor effect. It's not like you're using it primarily for the meteor effect. Well, if you're using it just because it has good stats, then that's fine.
I believe in traveling light.
Okay, I need a... My stash situation has gotten out of hand. It has gotten very out of hand. Let me just throw this in here for now. Oh, I'm gonna get rid of these Syntrax anyways, since I'm about to sell them. But before I do that, let me actually stop the recording today and get these lab notes done.